Hey everybody, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be reacting to another video by Jaiden Animations called If You Don't Like Reading, I've Got the Book for You. So this must be the sequel to the I Don't Like Reading video that I reacted to about a week ago. So I'm curious what piece of literature the book-hating Jaiden Animations could possibly recommend to us. So I'm intrigued. I'll include the link to Jaiden's original video in the description below. Please like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get watching this.
So, this is a weird video to follow up with after I just talked about how much I don't like reading for like 7 minutes. But
Yeah.
I guess it kind of works out because since you've obviously seen that video, right?
Yes.
We don't have to talk about my
Chill.
tragic reading backstory that's left me in soul-crushing shambles. So what book could someone like me who's been forever ruined from the past haunting memories of reading call a favorite?
Yeah.
Harry Potter? Lord of the Rings? Grapes of Wrath? Nope. None of these revolting pieces of literature hold a candle to the masterpiece. Leave It to Pet, The Misadventures of a Recycled Super Robot.
Wait, what? Alright, I'm gonna be honest. This does not sound familiar to me at all. It's like, is this like some kind of like niche book or something? I've honestly never heard of it. But I'm curious though.
Is this a joke? I'm not sure yet. I read this book
Not
in
sure
6th
yet.
grade when I was 11, and I'll preface it with, yes, it's a manga. Do I want to
Okay.
get into the debate if manga, comic books, or graphic novels are considered real books? I don't think so. I don't actually remember how I stumbled onto this book. I remember.
Yeah, for me, like debating what counts as like literature or a true book doesn't really make sense to me at all. I mean, if somebody enjoys it, if people enjoy reading something, then just let them classify it as they want and just don't bug people about it. That's what I think about it.
Owning it, so it might have been a gift from my parents or a friend, but your guess is as good as mine. We can say it's a gift from the Lord.
Gift from the Lord.
The Misadventures of a Recycled Super Robot is about this 9-year-old boy, Noboru, who recycled an orange juice bottle. The recycling plant wanted to say thanks for recycling and sent this little bottle robot called Pet to rescue him whenever he needs help or is in danger. Sounds
Really?
great, but the catch is, Pet is actually trash. Just kidding. Pet's childish, easily distracted, and overly confident in his abilities, which results in him making situations comedically worse and not being able to fix anything.
Okay,
also,
hang
I
on
don't
a
know
sec.
if you picked up on this, but this is not a high.
So basically, he's like the equivalent of Gur from Invader Zim, but in an anime and presumably less chaotic. Interesting.
Reading level book. Don't make fun of me for liking it. The book starts off with Pet introducing himself as Noboru and his friends are being picked on by bullies. But when he arrives to save the day, no one understands what Pet is or is supposed to do or why he's here. Obviously. What would you do if this thing walks up and starts talking to you?
Yeah, I'd be confused.
So Pet explains, I'm the orange juice bottle you recycled the other day. And Noboru's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Pet's like, I can't believe you don't remember. Freak. And the dynamic grows from there. There's not really a specific story. It's more episodic chapters where the characters are in different everyday scenarios that just get a little out of hand. And Pet, of course, is being a little bag of trash, complicating things that should have been an easy fix or weren't even problems to begin with. Chapter
That's
7
terrible.
is a good one. Noboru's out fishing with his friends and his line is caught on some rocks, so he calls for Pet. Leave it to Pet, what seems to be the problem? And as Noboru's explaining, Pet gets overpowered by the current. Not a problem. It's like it never happened. Pet assesses the situation. I see your hook is stuck at the bottom of the river. Ka-ching, ka-ching. I know exactly what to do.
All right.
Whoosh. And he cuts the line off.
Are you serious?
Noboru's like, what the heck, dude? And Pet's like, what, you wanted that old thing? And he's like, yes, of course I wanted it.
It's like the classic bumbling sidekick trope. It's like, good try, Pet, but maybe use a little bit more common sense, if you even have common sense. Do trash robots have common sense? I'm not sure if they do.
More characters are introduced later on, but my favorites are P2, where in his debut, when he's describing how he's the new and improved Pet model with his 200% faster speed, larger body, but lighter weight. He blows away because he's so light, and Pet's all, dang, that's awesome, and explodes off his arms and legs to try and be lighter too. I wish humans could do that. Also, Bottle Doggy is a great character. You drag his limp body around on a leash. I think the reason I love this book so much is, frankly, a lot of nostalgia. Not sure a 20-something-year-old would pick this up and deeply connect with Bottle Doggy's character arc. But the author, Sunichi Kenji, also created, in my opinion, a really cute little knucklehead I just want to have in my life. And 11-year-old me was obsessed with. Pet became...
You know, that's good, Jaden. I'm glad that, like, you enjoy this and you enjoyed it when you were a kid and you can still kind of enjoy it now. Because I think there's, like, this push from, like, mainstream society for, like, people, once you get to a certain age, you're all told to grow up and not care about childish things anymore. But I'm thinking, if someone is an adult and enjoys reading a kid book, just let them have their fun. Just don't be a jerk. So, more power to you, Jaden.
One of my favorite characters for a bit, and I would draw him all the time. In
Cool.
class, we had our desks arranged in groups, and I had a bit of open space on the side because my desk was on the corner. So I drew a little pet and stuck him on the side for the world to see how much of a stan I was.
That's nice.
No one cared. Why are you drawing orange juice? I would make my
Why are
own
you drawing
little
orange juice?
original characters of bottle robots that I would want. I believe the original term might be trash sona, and
Trash
recycled extra
Sona.
things in hopes I could have my own pet. I was really big on imagination and stuff as a kid, so anything that played around with enhancing reality in fun and creative ways was right up my alley. And it
Sounds
taught me
good
how
to
to
me.
recycle, so you're welcome, Greta Thunberg. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about this book. Ever. It seems like it slipped under the radar for some reason. And I think it
I
deserves
wonder
more
why.
love because the humor in it was suitable for 11-year-old me, and I bought the book to read through again, and the humor is still suitable for me. So
Cool.
either it's fun for all ages, or I haven't mentally progressed since grade 6. Of course, naturally, there's nothing wrong with having things targeted towards certain age groups, but I think there should just be more things like Pet, The Misadventures of a Recycled Super Robot, bringing families and people of all ages together with his charm, froggy hat, and massive glistening samurai muscles. I'm telling you, there's something in here for everyone. Sure, the story is pretty simple, but
Yeah, you know, Jaden has a really good point. It's kind of like going back to what I was talking about earlier. Like, you should just be able to enjoy things regardless of how old you are. And there should just be more pieces of literature or games or shows that people can enjoy, like, cross-generationally, you know? Like, different generations can find something like, oh yeah, I relate to this because of this. And someone who's like 20 years older or younger can be like, oh yeah, this makes sense to me too. I like this too. So Jaden has a good point.
the humor, which I always value the most, is great for all ages and doesn't try to dumb anything down to baby younger readers. I think it's
Cool.
easy to think kids are children until they're not, but they're still people and can tell when they're being talked down to. Now
Yeah.
go file your taxes, pathetic little boy. Anyway, I just really like the book. It's cute, funny. Pet reminds me of Ari if Ari was a recycled super robot made from an orange juice bottle. You can read the whole thing in like 20 minutes, if not faster. If I were to critique one thing, I wasn't too keen on how they kept introducing new recycled robots, and the crew just started getting a bit too crowded by the end, in my opinion. I liked when it was just
understandable.
a few characters, and would have liked to see them play around with more ideas instead of just bringing in a new character to depend on new ideas for. But Bottle Doggy was a masterpiece. He can stay. There's actually 3 other books that come after it, but I haven't read them because I'm worried that they won't be as good, and I want to remember Pet as the example of perfect literature it is. Are there hundreds
Cool.
of books that I would probably enjoy more than this one if I gave a chance? Yes. But am I still gonna end the video without giving a reasonable explanation for me not trying to find them? Yep.
At least she's honest.
Hey again, it's me.
Well, that was another very entertaining and funny video by Jane Animations, and she brought some really good points, and like just to kind of agree with what she was saying earlier, kids just being kids until they're not anymore. I think that's a load of nonsense, because I think everyone still has that little bit of childlike wonder inside of them, and a little bit of, you know, a drive to experience joy and to find their passions. And I don't think that you should be boggled down with responsibility too much when you're young. I mean, sure, you should give them some responsibilities, so you know, you have a good work ethic and a good way of communicating with people. But you don't let kids have fun, and you should still have fun as an adult too, even if your version of fun doesn't make sense what society says is supposed to be fun. You know, if you like anime or like playing Pokemon games or Dungeons and Dragons or whatever it is that brings you joy, just do it and don't worry about what other people say. They're just boring anyways. So anyway, overall, I like this video. If you guys want me to react to more Jaiden animation videos, let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!